Okay, so I don't even know where to start. I guess we can start here. So this is make this bigger. Just I guess a recap of what has been going on. So overall, the account got funded. Oh, this is just to talk about how my funded account almost got blown. Almost for sure. We were pacing pretty good, right? 519. I don't even know what this is. I guess we can just launch top step and we can just walk through performance stat. All right, so let's go ahead and go through that. Profit factor, non-existent. One day, literally went on full tilt and lost everything, right? Which is not something I typically do, but nonetheless, right? So the account got funded, I think, around the 10th of of December, and maybe even sooner. And the thing is, I wanted to go without, trading on it because I had two other accounts I was in the process of getting funded. It probably got funded even sooner than that. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. But nonetheless, right? Started trading here. Pretty good day, 519, one trade, and I was done. And then as well as this day, I didn't get to take a trade because Top Step was having some difficulties or issues. So therefore, I didn't trade that day. And of course, the 17, 17 was fairly interesting. My overall bias was correct, and every single thing I thought was going to happen. However, I didn't factor in what was it. For sure, got super emotional. I didn't factor in a pullback that was happening, and it was a minor pullback. Price fluctuation happened early in the morning, and I got super FOMO, so I dug into the play like super early, and then from there I took a loss of like $900, or I'm sorry, $500 from the beginning, and then from there I just kept fucking tilting. Let me see if I can show it here. I don't know. Yeah, 525. Yeah, 15. One play 525, right? And then the next day, which was the 17, right? First play 300, hit my stop loss, even though, um, yeah, this day I was just being hella emotional. I don't know why I took it long here. But long story short, it wasn't part of the plan. Got emotional. I thought my whole bias was non-confirmed, so therefore I just flipped the bias, went long. But overall, I wanted to short. So I went ahead and short here. And then from there, got $825. So wiped out the whatever, wiped out the fee. And then from there, I think the 17, I was up some more. And then I don't know what happened there. I literally just folded. Took another short. And from there, ended up with $250 in profit. And then I think I stopped trading. Not I think I for sure stopped trading. I took two trades or four trades in total. But yeah, I was just done. I was just like, yeah, I'm done for today. And that was it. And then the 18th was pretty good. It could have went significantly better. And so that's one thing I need to work on as well is like actually, how can I say this? Mm, okay. What I need to do is learn how to capitalize on days when things are going really, really well. For example, that day, I remember seeing multiple setups, but I was just like, you know what? I already took one positive trade, and then fear just kicked in after I took this. Like, I took this trade by mistake. I didn't even mean to short. I mean, I did mean to short, but nonetheless, I didn't want to. And then, yeah, I just folded. So I was just like, whatever. I'll just stop trading for the 18th, right? So ended up with $1,000 profit. Could have ended up with more, but I kept dragging my stop loss, my take profit down, which is part of the strategy. I want to extract as much from the market as possible. But nonetheless, I dragged my stop loss. I dragged my stop loss and my take profit down overall. But nonetheless, like I could have just let it sat there and it would have hit my take profit. So I would have made more money. But nonetheless, I was just dragging stop loss, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss to the point where like my emotions got the best of me. But nonetheless, it was part of the strategy. So I followed my strategy to a T. Now let's talk about Friday. So Monday, good. Tuesday didn't trade because Top Step X was cooked. What else? What happened here? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it was a good day. It could have been better, but I kind of folded here, but whatever. The 18 is a really solid day. And then the other thing too on the 18, there were multiple. When I say multiple, there were multiple setups that I was just watching the market and I didn't take, and I kind of feel bad for not doing so. So I need to work on that. Yeah, I know 3 trade per day max, unless I'm negative. Not unless I'm negative. 3 trade per day. And the funny thing is, here I think yeah, one, two. I shouldn't have taken this one, but I was like, I don't want to just end the day with a negative, so therefore with only $232, so I took another trade and then that was it. But everything aligned here was an A plus setup. But the only thing is like I I need to figure this out a bit more. Like risk, I need. Oh, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, I need to figure this out a bit more. All right, on the 18th, once again, solid day. Started off with 1,000, and then from there, I think, yeah, 638. Um, which sucked. Like this one trade is crazy. How much this one trade wiped out. I really need to understand these fees and like how to calculate risk a bit more. And then on the 19th, bruv, it was just downhill. First trade negative. Next, yeah. First trade, negative 600. I was like, what the fuck? Next trade. And mind you, here's where I married my bias. Like, so I thought the market was going to meet, what is it called? QA or EQ. And then from there, it didn't, and I married my bias. I saw breakup structure to the upside. I saw what is it called? A breakup structure to the upside. I also noticed from the previous day, which was this day, price was bouncing from a 4 hour fair value gap. It touched it like 3 times. And then, of course, what does that typically mean? Price has a higher probability of going up, price action. So therefore, I completely disregarded that. I was just married to my bias of like price needs to meet EQ before anything else needs to happen. But yeah, I could have bet. I was betting against the trend, which is not good. But yeah, overall, that's what happened that day, and I'm not too excited about that. But it is what it is. Um, so that specific day wiped out everything that happened. So yeah, I ended up taking 23 trades, and then mind you, literally the 19th to 15 trade, all red, all red, all red, all red, which is crazy. But it is what it is. I do think I can make it back. Now this account is, I think I have like $200 left before I can fucking, I don't know what the fuck this is. I have like $200 left before this account closes, which sucks, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can. I probably can, huh? I wonder if it'll show. Yeah, it doesn't. Because I had this account for like, what is share? Oh, yeah. Yeah, literally. Can I update this? Removing, boom, 18. Yeah, like I was doing good. I thought so, right? I had 3 losing trade, 5 positive trades, 62% win rate, 1.59, profit factor of 2.6. Yeah, this is doing good. I was slowly but surely increasing. Didn't trade this day, didn't trade this day. And then the fucking all hell broke loose on the 19th and I couldn't stop trading. But it is what it is. Let's see. This is another account that I have. And then this one's another 50K. So mind you, I'm copy trading off of these two. Which okay, I'm like, how is this one not? But yeah, it's copy trading, so therefore, yep, I'm cooked right here. It is what it is. Not really, but it sucks. So same thing applies here, and then also these two accounts, like I literally took them back from hell, which is a positive. Last month, right? So this account, we can see literally, I was down $1,200, and then the next day I made it up. 365 is down, and then 103, and then 298. Mind you, I don't think I traded on the six. I didn't trade on the 16, and this day I don't even remember trading, but I did. So that's good for this account, and then this other account, I'm still down 114, which is fine, but I did pull this back from once again being 1269. I didn't trade on one of these days. The 14th, yeah, I didn't trade on a few days here. Yeah, yeah. So it is what it is. Mind you, this loss was fucking crazy. And then this was great that I was able to wipe this out. So as quickly as like you can lose money, you can get it back. That's one thing I'm learning here. And I'm trying not to be scared to lose money. That's one thing that I don't like, but it is what it is. And then here is the other one. I think I went over this already. But yeah, I don't know why these are still here. I should remove them. But yeah, that's how the week went. It didn't go too well, in my opinion, but I still have four accounts, one, two, and combined, and then two are funded where I could literally just cash out. But I'm close to blowing those. I'm hoping next week. Not hoping. I know next. Well, let's see how this goes. I plan to follow my trading rule a bit better. One thing I realize is that what all this is fucking just ambiance, in my opinion. Right? I don't care for it. And these are me like tracking what I did well. The week of the 48, where it was like a really solid week. Actually, I could delete this, and delete this. Right, next week's will be 51. But look at here, right? Weeks that actually followed everything, complete 4 to 5 discipline trading days, 100%. The 48, that's when I actually passed my combine, which was fine. Keep drawdown 100%. Positive net week, yes. No forced trade. I did have some forced trade there, but it was okay. Like I realized when it was happening, so I just pulled away from the computer. Capture at least 1 to 2 runners trade. Yes, I did that. I was able to get a few runners in. Identify. Literally, I only traded setups like A+ setups during that week, which was great. I was able to pass the top step. Funded account. Avoid D2C. I think I took some negative trades, but it is what it is. Trend chop. Yes, I was reviewing trends, trying to figure out where the market is going. Did that for sure. Respect max loss for sure. Like that week, I did really well. I was literally measuring everything. Respect trade count limit. I no, I didn't do that, but it's fine. RR over 1.51 for sure. Update journals. This is the key thing for me, right? Update journal on a daily. Yes, like this day for sure. I mean, this week, the 48, I did that religiously. And the last few weeks, I've been for sure slacking off where I haven't been doing so. So I need to really get back on reviewing every single trade that I've taken. And I know next week, I probably won't have the ability to do that, but I got to do it. It is what it is. Sorry about that. Okay. Weekly recap every Friday. Did that. Review top wins. Yeah, I was replaying my top wins in my mind, and I, of course, tracked it on the charts. So that gave me the opportunity and like the belief and confirmation that I needed. A review top mistake for sure. Like my top mistake was literally being stupid. But it, I think we all fall stupid sometimes. But replay all play. Yep, for sure. I was replaying these A+ setups over and over and over, and I think my edge is pretty spot on. But it is what it is. Zero emotional days. I was literally just whatever book. Like there's no emotion attached to my trading at all for that week. Yeah, there was no emotion. Like I was just like, okay, execute, execute, execute. Um, Yep, yep, yep. I was super patient. I wasn't forcing anything. And I'm realizing that now, especially towards the end of this week, where I was super impatient. So I need to change that. Identify tilt episode for sure. There's no tilt, but for sure I tilted this way. And I for sure identified that. And then the daily plan, review highs and lows. I need to reconfigure this, right? Did this. All of these things are for sure things for me to do every single day. I don't think I missed any of those. Like in these days that I haven't recorded, it's just because I didn't record it. But nonetheless, right? Take only A+ setups, right? Pretty sure I did that. Take zero impulsive, failed completely. Respect stop loss at 100%, folded. But this was how I measured my trade on a week to week basis, right? And then I just fell off like 100%. All right, 12:15 is the last time I recorded it. A breakup structure towards liquidity. It was a short size 2 contracts. It was a win. Right. I usually have notes written down. No notes is me trading like a fucking retard. But nonetheless, all of these before, right, where I was like my first time trading was like 11-14, and a lot of wins, right? For sure, I was at like a 49. All right, let me see. 49, and out of 49, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's do. Yeah, I had like a 60. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right either. Yeah, 65% win rate, which is fine. My win rate's typically higher. But nonetheless, it is what it is. All we can do is learn and move forward from it. Um, so this setup. My only thing is it takes a little bit of time to fucking like record all of this thing. Um, it's funny here, right? 1201 pullback from liquidity sweep, A plus plus setup, right? There was a fair value gap that got respected, right? Equilibrium was touched, or it was towards equilibrium. London session, or it was liquidity was swept, break of structure to the upside, and then I bid in and I wrote it 12. And that was a solid. The thing, once again, I was just going with one contract. Before I used to play around with like significant amount, right? Let's see what the average will be here. 6. And then here I'm playing around with average 1.4, which is fucking ridiculous. But you live and you learn. This is Top Step, but it is what it is. So next week there's going to be quite a bit of things for me to monitor and change. And I am going to continue updating this to match everything. So yeah. So now moving forward, next tomorrow will be the 21st or the 22nd, 2025. Time of the trade, and the plan is to measure everything, right? Like everything, right? Entry, stop, short, like everything. I don't care. It has to be measured, target. And if I miss a day, I don't know what I'm gonna probably give somebody $150 or something. I don't know. I'll give myself something to discipline myself for, and then set up emotional state. Yeah, move this here. Actually, no, let's get this there. Yeah. Yeah. The other thing that's super helpful is this right here, like my biases. And once again, I stopped doing what was working, which is not good. So moving forward, going back to measuring everything as a whole, like I stopped, like even though it was working, like I got super confident and I just stopped being technical. And I just have to build that consistency again for me to be as technical as I can because it made no sense for me to not be technical. But it is what it is. I'm actually delete this. Um, yeah, trade journal. This was version 1. Let's go ahead and hide that. Don't know what that says. Delete. Oh, I need to. I'll keep that for now. Okay, resemblance. Yeah. So this is like my favorite portion of this is just reviewing what went wrong and what went right, right? So what did I do well? What I did well, pretty good week. I had a 77% win rate to 48. What happened next week? Fucking folded. It is what it is. Um, One thing I did realize is like after seeing 3 confluences, I didn't buy in. If I see 3 confluences, buy in. Um, what else? Taking action and adding 3 contracts. So 3 contracts is my main thing now. Before, once again, like I think I said it here, trade journal. Yeah, like bro, what is we doing? Why are we only risking 1 contract? To me, that doesn't make sense. But your role, if you're losing, use 1, not 2. So yeah. Cool. Was looking for security. Did not take action enough. Not letting target right out. Yeah, that I for sure changed that up. I was super excited that I actually did it, which is great. Like I was stoked that majority of my trade, I was fuck security. I was just like, okay. I was trying to once again extract as much from the market as possible. That's what I was doing. Bullish and predictable. Yeah, the market was hella bullish and super predictable in my opinion. Like once again, I had a 77% win rate for that week. And it worked out. Like I had no complaints. I traded that entire week with a 77% win rate. I was pretty on it. But horrible week. Not good week. Due to one day, I went on tilt, revenge mode, and put account on Jeopardy. Jeopardy. I don't know. Uh, Go ahead. What did I do poorly? Revenge trade on one day and merit bias, while confluences, which I saw which showed different market trend were in my face, and I did not take action on them. All right. What needs improvement? Do not mirror bias. Do not mirror bias. I don't even know if I spelled Mary right. Um, Reduce when losing. Your setups. Angry. I wasn't even mad, honestly. I was just like trying to get it back. I don't even know what to call that, but like impulsive, right? And FOMO, impulsive FOMO, fear, yeah, fear of missing out. I don't know why I get like fear of missing out. Like I don't understand it, and I think the logic behind it, like if me, I'm trying to rationalize the fuck out of it, is the fact that I don't even want to say this, but whatever. Fear of missing out. Competition. Execution note. Take action when you have at least two confluences that match the market flow, baby. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this again for next week. Bullish and predict market. Yeah, market was pretty choppy. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, it was up and down. Choppy and predictable, except for one day. Focus next week. Yeah, I did that. I'm so happy I did that. Confluence of breaker structure liquidity sweep. Yes. Let's go ahead and learn to use two more contracts. Just keep that going. Actually, focus for next week. No emotions. No emotions. One contract until out of hole. Hole? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, this is like, I prefer this, right? Excuse me. Yeah, I think this is like probably the most important thing here, honestly. Let's go ahead and black, wipe it out. Value only, friendly, reminders, black. Focus on one thing a week, right? Trend is your friend. Focus on process, not the rewards. What does an A+ setup look like per day? Don't forget to target. Don't forget to target above or below liquidity sweeps. Yeah, go with your first thought.
A layout, and we can.
Oh, so ADHD kicked in heavy. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Friendly reminder. These are things I try to remind myself every fucking day when I'm trading, right? Focus on one thing per week. What is that focus for the week? Last week, I don't even weekly review planning. Yeah, let me actually highlight this. Change color. Green, baby. Yeah. Go time. Cool. Yeah. So wait, let me go back here. Yeah, one thing I need to do for this week, I need to journal every day, right? I need to be on that 100%, right? Trend's your friend. Following the trend. Don't marry your bias. Just follow the fucking trend, my friend. And if you do see things that are towards your bias, please execute, right? Focus on the process, not the reward. I feel like I have a good process in place. I honestly do. Like, and I know it sounds crazy because I'm new to this shit, but nonetheless, I think I got it down pat to a certain degree. I just have to get my psyche in place. Of course, identify what does an A plus 7 look like per day. Like that's one thing I like. I don't remember what day it was, but nonetheless, like I need to look for A plus setups. I don't need to be super in the market all the fucking time. And don't forget to target above and below liquidity sweeps. So what does that mean? Is that sometimes price action goes all the way like so for example, right? London session lows and London session highs and stuff like that. Like just target slightly below the actual ticker, but not necessarily on top of it, especially if you're going long. And then if you're going short, like right above it, just to make sure those targets are hit. And then that just helped me, build confidence. It's just like, okay, you know where price is going. Sometimes they'll touch it, sometimes they'll pass it, but nonetheless, you want to be able to secure profit. So making sure like your target hits to build that confidence in the beginning for sure helped me out. Go with your first thought. Once again, I'm typically right when I first like, what is it called? Like in the morning, I usually have like this flow state going on where I'm able to identify specific things. And like I'm just looking at the chart, I see things and I see specific patterns and I see what I'm looking for. And then afterwards, I just once like how can I when I'm calm, cool, and collected, I see whatever I need to see. And then one thing I realize is that once the market is when the market is moving, there's emotion rising me where I was just like, okay, well, this is happening now. Is this going to invalidate what I thought? So therefore, I start fucking freaking out. And then I start like rethinking my bias, which sometimes, of course, it's good, and then sometimes it's bad. Don't always marry your bias, but nonetheless, it was just like if it's not blatantly obvious, don't take the trade or don't like go against what your first thought was. And that was something I need to stick to because majority of the time that I failed or just relax, it was because my bias. Like I didn't go with my first thought. If I failed, it's because I didn't go with my first thought, or I married my first thought a little bit too much, and then therefore like I was not looking for anything. So once again, it's pretty nuanced. You have to figure it out. So at least for me, so I remind myself that every day. Like go with your first thought. Your first gut is typically right. Execute two or more confluences. Yeah, I need to remind myself if I see that, bro, just go take action. You don't need to know, like be reactive not predictive. You don't need to go know where price is going. You never know where price is going, but your chances of succeeding increases significantly more once you do take action towards, your two or more confluences. So therefore, yeah. Um, there's something else I wanted to add. I can't remember it now, but hmm, I can't remember it. Hopefully it comes to me. Next time you see this should be open. I mean, this should continue to grow. These are friendly reminders for me. Um, but yeah.